Hey guys, thanks for joining me for this video. This is going to be all about a particular technique that I have used in a lot of my tutorials, but not until recently have I done it in a certain way that I believe is a lot easier and a lot quicker. And so that is the outer V. And what I'm referring to with the outer V is basically if you look at this eyeshadow look, you can see sort of the intensity of the shadow is going sort of out like this from the eye, sort of in like a sideways V like that. And actually my liner is a little bit winged out. If you look closely, you can see that that is winged out as well. And so basically what this look is, it's playing off of your liner to get that outer V. So in a sense, you are doing some of your shadow, you're going ahead and lining, and then you're saving that last dark shadow step for the end so you can play off that shape and actually get the perfect placement of the outer V for your eye. So I'm really excited to show you how that all works because I feel like it's really kind of transformed the way I've done my makeup lately, and it's just really helped me to make sure that I'm getting it even on both sides and all that. So before I show you that technique, I do want to tell you what I've used on my eyes so far so you're fully aware of what's going on here. And I used all MAC stuff too as far as the shadow goes. I used Satin Taupe, this kind of neutrally shade all over my lid, just to give me that kind of medium color and a little bit of sheen that picks up the light. And I tried to make this really not complicated at all so I wouldn't have to describe too much, but I went all over my lid with that and I put a wash of that in my crease, just my natural crease, to just deepen it up a little bit before I went in with that dark shade after the liner. Then I used as a highlight, I used Naked Lunch, which is just a nice kind of shade with a little bit of frost and shimmer to it. Went right up under my eyebrow with that and also kind of highlighted the inner corner. I used the LA Girl Fineline, kind of a pen liner that makes it really easy to line all the way across and then kind of go out with that slightly winged out effect at the end. And that winged out look is what is allowing us to get the placement of the shadow right. Then on the lower lash line, I used my Coastal Scents gel liner in Stellar, and that's just kind of a shimmery black charcoal shade. I really concentrated at the corner, trying to blend it up with my upper liner, and then just really buffed it out and topped it with the Satin Taupe all towards the inner part, so it really is not too harsh at all. So now here's a look at how to get that outer V. Guys, before I take you through the exact technique, I just want you to take a second to see what it really looks like with an outer V and without. Here I do also have some mascara on here as well, but other than that, those are the only differences. You can see that the outer V really kind of takes the attention not only to your eye, but also around it, kind of making your eye seem larger as a whole, just because there's more going on around it, you know what I mean? So that's kind of the effect that false eyelashes can have as well when they're coming up and sort of making your entire eye area look a little larger than it actually is. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take a matte black shade. I'm going to be using Carbon from MAC. Really any dark shade that you want to use can work here. I just recommend it generally being a dark shade because you don't want to put something too light over that liner to, I guess, wash it out. So I'm using my fine crease brush from Essence of Beauty. Just going to get some of that dark shade on there. On the brush, I'm going to look down into a mirror, and the first thing I'm going to do is actually darken my natural crease. My natural crease is running right here. My unnatural crease, I guess as you'd call it, would be out there. So I'm just going to go right in here where my eye naturally has a crease and just darken that up a little bit, because if that's not dark, this look is really going to look very put on and very unnatural. So, I mean, I'm not claiming that this is the most natural look ever, but you're going to make it make sense, I guess, if you darken up your crease. So I'm just putting some of that shade in there, as you can see, naturally where my crease is. Now we've got this area out here where the liner has extended, and this is the trick. To understand where your outer V should be, go to wherever you winged your liner out, and remember, when you do winged liner, you want to keep that in line with your brow. So as you wing that out, it should be pointing out to, like if you continued the line, it would hit the end of your brow. So all of this is keeping in line with the right shape of the outer V. So you're going to go from that end with your shadow, and you're going to carry that up just on top of your brow bone. You'll recall we put that dark color just now right in here. Now we're going from the outer corner, bringing it right up on top of the brow bone, so some of this color shows. You can see as I sit here, that color shows up above, you know, your open eye. So that's what we're doing here. You can extend it out even a little bit further from, you know, where your line is, but basically you just want to darken that up right there in the crease, and then kind of carry it out. It helps to kind of get the color on there, and then kind of work it out in circular motions with a smallish brush like this. The smaller the brush you use, the more control you'll have. I'm not saying you couldn't do this with a larger brush, but if you really want to pay attention to shape, kind of like we did over here, a smaller brush will give you that control. The area you want to have the darkest is the area in your crease, and also the area that comes closest to your liner, okay? That's where we get this nice fade here, to where the liner, you know, if you just glanced at it, the liner is practically unidentifiable because we've taken such a dark black shade and gotten so close to the line. Here we have not yet done that, and you can see the difference, and it doesn't look quite as polished and smooth and kind of that continuous just black shade. So you just want to go in and kind of overlap it a little bit. Bring that dark shade on there. Matte shades are going to give you more intensity than shimmers will, because shimmers are going to reflect the light more, and the dark matte shades are going to really get darkness where you want it. So just go on, and I mean, you can do less intense outer V's. You can do more, you know, deep dark outer V's. You could wet a shadow down and, you know, do it that way. But basically what we've got here is intensity built in just the right area for our eye shape. And if you do this, keeping everything in line with the end of the brow, you will be right for your eye shape as well. So I recommend just taking a fluffy brush and kind of buffing over the outer edge of what you've done there, and just kind of keep an eye on what you did on your other what you did on your other eye, and just kind of make sure it's all sort of matching up as it should. But that is my technique for an outer V, everyone. And after this, I'm going to just apply a coat of mascara. I'm using L'Oreal Voluminous in this look, and a little bit of Maybelline Lash Discovery here on the bottom lashes, and I'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. Here is the finished look, and I did add on a little bit of some false lashes there. I used my Revlon Fantasy Lengths Intensifying false lashes that actually are the self-adhesive ones, so I just stuck those on there real quick. I kind of like the look it gives along with that outer V. On my lips, I'm wearing Jordana lip liner in Baby Berry. Just filled in my whole lips with that, and then put my NYX Girls Lip Gloss, Round Lip Gloss in Soap Opera Queen on top of that, so that's a nice shimmery pink. This could be a nice holiday look, really, as I think about it now, but I hope this gave you just a new way to think about doing your outer V. It really all stemmed from a question I got on Facebook when somebody said, you know, I noticed you're doing your outer V a little differently, you know, do you think that would work for me? And so I just really wanted to point out in a specific video for itself how I do that, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks for watching, guys.